Hey YouTube, it's your boy Diaphone, and today we have a ton of new footage from Season 3 of Guilty Gear Strive. Now, Guilty Gear Strive of this recording is not out yet, but people have been playing it at Versus Fighting, which is a major in the UK, and there's a lot to go over, so let's just get right into it with some of the most well-deserved nerfs I've seen. So here's one for Happy Chaos. I'm very glad. It looks like they made burst full screen. You'll see this in an instant. So yeah, it looks like there's not going to be many burst save combos, which directly hurts someone like Happy Chaos, where most of his stuff is burst safe, which I kind of like, but at the same time, it would be harder to burst bait. But it looks, I'm guessing you can still burst bait, with like a jump cancel or RC. So I'm kind of cool with the mechanic. Here's some other well-deserved nerfs. So it looks like May Dolphin on block has a lot less pushback. So before S Dolphin on block, you could kind of like RPS pretty well because there's so much pushback that you could just match jab to beat every option. Now it looks like you can. I don't know really what May does to beat jab here, other than like backdash and then like, try to be a little tricky. So glad they nerfed May. Let's see some other nerfs. Do you see how the overhead starts at the same exact time? The one on the left, which is the current version, it's just a little bit faster than the one on the right, which is the new version, right? So maybe they're making all overheads just like a little bit easier to react to, which I'm for it because I think this May overhead was impossible to react to. You kind of had the fuzzy block it, and that's really inconsistent, right? But how could I not mention probably the best nerf I've seen all day? I woke up to this and made my day. So this is Leo's HDP, and you can see it's clearly getting hit out by a reversal right here. So the SDP still has invulnerability, but you don't get that really messed up knockdown situation like Leo's used to get in the past. So big hit to Leo's defense because you can't just do HDP and then, run your 50-50 game, which I think is a very good way to balance this character. And you can still use HDP in combos because it's still the same other than the invul. So I think it's a really good change and kind of makes Leo think a little bit more on defense. This is another RAM nerf. This one is interesting. I kind of liked all the nerfs before, but this nerf is, yeah, you see this flip. It's a lot quicker, but it's also minus on block. And it looks like you don't get a combo either, unless it's like on counter hit or something. Maybe you exclusively use this as a throw bait, because I imagine on counter hit you have a little more hit stun and you can go into something, or maybe it's just like the frame trap. I'm not really sure, but I kind of liked how it was before. I didn't think that was like the egregious part of Ram's moveset, if that makes sense. So it looks like they did slow down probably all overheads like this. 6K is just a little bit laggier. That kind of looks reactable actually. So definitely a huge nerf to characters like this. I think it's only May Chip. I mean, there's some other overheads like Bedman's command overhead, but that was like already reactable. So it might just be these two. Here's a not so well-deserved nerf. You can kind of clearly see Axel's normals that look like they don't go as far, right? I mean, you can see just like in general, they look a little off, especially that jump P.
Jump P. That's horrible. What have they done to my boy?
Maybe they start off faster or something. Again, we're not going to know till we see the frame data. We're not going to know till probably a few days after release, unless Arxis gives us the patch notes, which hopefully they do, but I think it'll be a little bit, probably like the day before the game releases. These are some Goal Lewis changes. I don't know. This sounds kind of cap. Raging Assault is a reversal and plus on block. I really hope that's not the case. But that makes me a little scared, not gonna lie. Generally, you don't have plus on block reversal. I guess DPRC, but you can throw it. So there's probably like some counterplay to it. Maybe it's not like fully invincible or just like a DPRC, you can throw it. But I really hope they just didn't just universally give characters DPRC because that'd be scary. So here's some buffs. You could clearly see this Kai normal is way faster than before. And by faster, it means just way less recovery because you can go into another move. So that seems really strong. Finally, they buffed Bedman. I saw that on Twitter. I didn't see footage, but you could do 2S and the 2H. The bad thing about that was that you could always just like DP or jump out. But now apparently it's a true block string, but also you keep the airs. This is something I asked for literally on day one, that you get to keep the air. So like after a install wall break, you can just, maul the opponent afterwards. You can kind of keep your advantage, or you can kind of like pressure afterwards. I really like this change. I think it's very much needed. You have to think a little bit more. It adds a little more depth to the character because then you have to choose like what you want to end your wall combos on. So pretty cool change. All right, so let's talk about the new moves. All right, so this is the first footage of the new Eno move. It looks like it's a guard crush. So you can see the other Eno is kind of reeling back, and now you can like dash cancel and that sort of thing, which seems pretty cool. I'm not sure like how useful it is. Again, this is something something we have to test. Here's the Zato new move. This move looks really cool. I'm not quite sure how you're going to use it, but basically you switch places with Eddie. Seems a little slow, so maybe it's probably used for like more mix-ups where like, you know how like sometimes you'll have Eddie on one side and Zato on the other, and then you switch sides and then you have to guess. That seems like it'd be really cool. Or maybe use it for mobility too. Like if you get a knockdown, then you just swap to Eddie and then unsummon or something like that. Now here, Geo has basically it's like a new command dash, but it gives her enhanced properties of all of her other moves. So she kind of has like 4 new moves in a sense. So that's the command dash, and then that's the kick. And you can kind of see like this kick will, it pushes back more. It's a lot safe. It looks like it's about like 0 on block. But I'm guessing, yeah, you get better combos after, or at least more pushback to be safe. This is Geo used to end her combos in this flip kick, but it looks like you don't really get that good of Oki. It kind of pushes them further back. So I'm sure like the combo routes for Geo will probably change, or you have to like, you know, take a little bit more risk for a knockdown. That seems kind of cheap. It's probably like a mix-up tool where you get rewarded for conditioning the opponent to stay still, and then you get more reward off of your like flip mix-up, right? So you could probably steer that, make that cross up or not cross up. That looks kind of cheap. Get more reward off of it. It's probably safe too. This is enhanced. I can see it being pretty hard to distinguish between enhanced drill kick and just regular drill kick. Might like bait out early 6P or something like that. Pretty cool. I guess more plus on block. Okay, she is already super plus, so now she's gonna be even more plus. And then yeah, it looks like this enhanced DP you get a full combo from. I don't know what the combo is. It's probably like a jump cancel route or something, but they did add the new mechanic. So this is the new mechanic, Raging Strike, I think. It's that forward advancing move. It costs 50 meter, but you can kind of see it's really useful for corner carry, and it's probably more optimal than RC. And I have to imagine a lot of situations. So I can definitely see this changing, mostly combo routes where you would use an RC to hit confirm, but now you use Raging Strike to hit confirm because you get more distance, or you get more corner carry or something like that. How could I forget this? Nerf. So as you guys know, in the past you OTG with 6H with Nago, and it looks like that's not gonna really be a thing unless it kills, because you can't dash cancel afterwards. So you'll probably have to like OTG 2S and you lose like a good chunk of damage, which, I mean, let's be real, Naga did a lot of damage already. And of course the Johnny starter guide also came out, and I'm not gonna cover the whole thing, but I want to point out a couple things that look pretty cool to me. I mean, the misfire in general, I think it's pretty neat, but it's the stance cancel stuff for Adnatus. This looks actually too cool. So you can do like misfire, cancel, dash up, throw. So you basically get a dash out of the misfire, and then you can backdash and misfire. I don't know if that's how it was in the past. I never played the old Johnny, but it just seems so cool, where you can like do something that's like, you know, kind of disadvantageous, cancel the misfire, backdash, punish or whiff punish. This character seems like he's going to be really, really sick. I'm really looking forward to Johnny. The other thing I find really cool about Johnny is he has this kind of like card mechanic, and if you slash the card, you do more damage. So it seems like it'd be really good for Oki, also really good for controlling neutral, right? Because the opponent doesn't want to step into that card range, because if you slash, then Johnny just deletes your health, right? He has a pretty good throw bait. I can see that like doing dash up vault. Even if it's like safe, you could probably RC it, get a 50-50 between a high-low on the throw bait. That stuff's usually pretty good. It's like slightly worse Yuzansen. But yeah, I'm looking forward to playing Johnny. Looking forward to playing Season 3. I know I haven't covered Guilty Gear on the channel in a while, but I will be. I'm going to try and manage both Street Fighter and Guilty Gear. We'll see. It's going to be pretty tough, but I want to make content for both. I want to play both, and, you know, of course, with other games like Grand Blue and MK, I want to do it all. But we'll see where it ends up. I'll probably just like end up covering what I enjoy the most. So anyways, guys, if you like this kind of content, this is a quick breakdown, but I want to share it with you guys because I think Season 3 is going to be really cool, and I like it when games go through really transformative new changes to them. So like, share, and subscribe if you want to see more Guilty Gear Strive content like this, and take care, y'all. Peace.